Okay, hello, welcome. I'm gonna talk a little bit and hope that the sound and everything is working and the connection is working as we wait for a few people to join us. I'm Sarah Sati. So, hello. I love the chat function, and I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But thank you for choosing to join me today. I'm really looking forward to the next 45 minutes. Hello to New York. Hi, Pauline. Yeah, wonderful. And my parents are here always. I love you guys. Yeah, the next 45 minutes is an opportunity for us to work with what I'm calling merge with vibration. And so I want to talk a little bit about the practices that I'm going to introduce before we get started. And I actually want to offer up a new perspective on something that you are already familiar with, likely. So let me introduce myself again. My name's Sarah Sati. I'm one of the founders of Mindful Island. That's as much as you need to know about me today. If you are interested in connecting, you can find me online on all the various platforms that exist. Today's topic is merge with vibration, and I'm going to share with you two practices. But before we get started in those practices, I want to talk a little bit about what vibration is. And actually, I want to tell you two things. The first thing is, if anything I say today doesn't make sense or comes to your ears and is a totally new concept or something very unheard before, I want you to view today as a practice space. So what I mean by that is this isn't necessarily the place where everything is supposed to make sense in this moment right now. This is the space where you get some information and then you leave, and it's like a seed was planted. That information begins to bloom. So you can imagine being a little kid like 5 and you go to school for the first time and you learn a math equation and you've never seen a mathematical equation before. So it doesn't make any sense that first time. And then a few weeks, a few months in, all of a sudden you are doing math. And that's similar to what I want to challenge you to view this event today as. I'm going to bring something forward that I have not personally heard anyone talking about, although I haven't heard everyone talking. So there may be people talking about this, but it also may be new information for you. So I'm going to share this information and just be open to it. And then the practices. The other thing I want to say is if you are somebody who wants to go deeper, hi to Ohio, if you are somebody that wants to go deeper, I'm basing some of this off of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali and from some of the non-dual traditions from Buddhism and also from yogic philosophy. The Yoga Sutras that I'm basing this short talk off of are Sutras 1.27 through 1.29. And you don't have to be into yoga for that to matter. But if you are into yogic philosophy and you want to look more deeply at what I'm talking about, I encourage you to check those out. The Sutras, Chapter 1, Pada 1, 27 through 29. So what do these sutras talk about? They talk about the sacred sound Om. And essentially what these sutras are saying, and most transliterations will say this, is that Om, the word Om, is the manifestation of the unmanifest. It is the physical telling of what we're all sort of looking for, this awakening, this samadhi, that the way we hear or experience the manifest in our physical reality is through this sound Om. The challenge here is that in the modern world, we can imagine we have begun looking at the word Om very much like in that Buddhist story of the finger pointing to the moon. We have taken this word Om very literally, similar to taking the word God very literally. And instead of looking beyond the word to what the word is symbolizing, we have attached to this word in such a way that we do things like get the word tattooed on us, we talk about Om, we chant it, we use it as a mantra inside of the mind. And like most things in the modern world, the thought is that we're going to get something from outside if we attach to this word that way. So I actually want to look at the word Om from a different perspective. I want us all to look at the word Om not as a word, because a word in its very essence is form, and form cannot convey what is formless. So let's put the word Om aside and let's instead translate the way we experience the awakened mind, the way we experience awakening, samadhi, peace of mind, enlightenment, is not through the word Om, but through the presence of vibration. The presence of vibration permeates everything. It exists everywhere. And when we connect to the presence of vibration in all its various frequencies, we experience this awakened state inside of us. And when we experience this awakened state inside of us, we stop looking out and we find peace from being within, from being everything. And this is essentially, and resonate, Dawn, resonates is the word. This is essentially the idea of Om. And if you look at some traditions, they talk about Om and they even break it down further because the mind wants to analyze everything. They break it down further into 3 syllables, Mm. And so people are instructed when you chant Om to say it in these 3 ways, all equal. I again want to challenge your thinking mind. And remember, if none of this is making sense yet, it's okay because these are just seeds to think on later. But I want to challenge your thinking mind to even look at the breakdown of the syllables, not as syllables, but as vibrational frequencies. And these vibrational frequencies can be broken down into 3 parts. The ah frequency, the frequency, the frequency. We get caught up in this concept of form, and getting caught up in the concept of form, we lose out on the essence of what we're looking for. And so because of that, today's practices are meant to give you a taste of the essence of vibration as it exists inside of you at all times. If we look at Buddhist traditions, yogic traditions, and my background is in the non-dual traditions, if we look at non-dualism, what we can say is that awakening, enlightenment is not something you get from outside of yourself. It's something that is present with you right in this very moment. It exists in everything all of the time. And when we tap into that, when we reveal it, then we automatically feel more at ease in the rest of our lives. So you can imagine, though, that it's hidden from our view, even though it lives inside of us. Non-dualism is the idea that everything is one, that there is no separation, that there is no differentiation. And so if you imagine vibration or the manifest creates this feeling of separation, the human being makes me feel separate from the universal element. And so we want to look beyond that and we want to see the oneness that exists. And the reason that is helpful for us is because then instead of feeling separate from everything, we feel this divine connection with everything. And again, it just develops this general peace of mind inside of us. Okay. So I don't want to talk too much. I actually want to get to practicing. As I said, we can look to these non-dual traditions and they say that awakening, enlightenment, peace of mind, those are not something you have to find. They live inside of you. They live inside of every moment. And so we're going to take some time here to practice 2 different practices that I hope will give you a taste of this oneness, this vibration that is the unmanifest, that is the everything. Because it's the only thing that exists always, all the time, and is always accessible. So when we tap into that, we see beyond this false skin suit that we wear, and we see the deeper thing that we actually are, which is the vibration. We are the vibration. Okay, so enough about that. What I want you to have today is the ability to either sit up or lie down. If you need to lie down, lying down is perfect. But I'm going to guide first 2 practices. The first practice is a visualization meditation. And for this practice, if it's right for your body, I invite you to sit. The second practice is a pranayama practice, a yogic pranayama practice. And for that practice, I invite you to lie down. But again, if you want to lie down or sit for both, this is your practice. So you do what's right for you. During our practices, I will close my eyes. So if you send chats during that time, I will not likely see them. That's because I want to go into this place with you. So I tell you that now so that you know. Wherever you are in the world, close your eyes now. With your eyes closed, don't direct your mind to anything. Just take a few moments in silence to allow what is to settle. And right away, you can feel it, this vibration. Because when you close your eyes, there's parts of you that are vibrating with energy still. I invite you to notice that right now and encourage that vibration to quiet from the outside as you move your mind in. During our practice, I want you to let go of being the experiencer. I want you to let go of being the witness of the experience. I want you to attempt to be the experience. Imagine now that your body completely dissolves, and all that's left of you is a beating heart. Bring all of your attention, all of your awareness to the vibration of the beat of your own heart right now. Maybe you can hear it, but much more likely is that you can feel it. Be the beat of your heart in this moment. This is the first vibration you ever experienced. It is the first sound you ever heard. Inside of the womb of your mother. Be with the experience of your beating heart, just like as though you were a small fetus awakening for the first time. Continue to feel bodiless, to be the experience of the beat of your heart. And now expand your awareness to include the movement of your lungs. Feel your lungs layered on top of your heart. And as you experience the beat, invite in the wind as the lungs expand and contract. expand, and contract. This was the first rhythm you ever heard. The beat of your mother's heart and the movement of her breath. Imagine now that you are awakening for the first time to it. Keep imagining that you are bodiless. Be the beat of your heart and the expansion and contraction of your lungs. And now expand your awareness to layer in the churning of your internal organs, the movement of bile in your stomach, the movement of fluid through your kidneys. Imagine that you can sense the vibration of these parts of your body layering with the expansion and contraction of your lungs and the beat of your heart. Expand your awareness further to include the electrical impulses in your spine. Like a xylophone, imagine the vibration moving up and down your spinal column as the heart beats, thump, thump. The lungs expand and contract, in and out. The fluids of the internal organs churn, and the energy of the spinal column moves up and down. Be with this experience of the symphony of your body. Notice how this vibration starts at the center of your being and slowly expands outwards. This is the expansion of the universe. From the Big Bang of the creation of your heart all the way out to the nerves that move from the spine to every part of your physical body. The universe exists inside of you. The vibration of enlightenment lives within. What is it like to be this symphony that is happening inside of you right now? Be the awakened one. You are the universe. Now expand your mind to recognize that everyone else on this planet is experiencing the exact same thing right now. Together, we are the universe. Relax into this space, being the symphony of your internal world for a few moments in silence. Maintain this internalized frame of mind. And if you are not already lying down, lie down now. Once you come into this lying down position, re-engage your attention to the experience of the symphony within. See this symphony as never ending. It has been since the beginning of time, and it will continue to be until the end of time. Relax into this timeless, infinite vibration. Keep your mind with this experience of your internal vibrations and begin to breathe in a profound way. Let your breath expand and open you completely. As you inhale, feel this inhalation move in a 360-degree direction. As you exhale, feel the small self inside of you begin to surrender completely. If you know of this breath called Ujjayi, where you constrict slightly at the back of the throat so that the breath makes a gentle ocean sound inside of your mind, ignite this breath now. If you do not know this breath, continue to breathe in the way that feels most profound to you. Tapped into this universal energy, move that power from the base of your pelvis all the way up to your collarbones. Be bodiless as you experience the expansion and contraction of your lungs. Like a snake uncoiling from the bottom of your spine, feel this divine energy rising up. As you breathe out, imagine that you expand beyond your small self. Let your breaths become more and more deep, but in this way that feels profound. However you experience profoundness. Beginning with your next exhalation, as you empty the air from your lungs, keep your lips together and make a humming sound. Listen to the hum until it ends on its own. Breathe in again in this profound way and repeat the process, feeling the energy of this divine connection lift up from below and expand you out away from your small self into divine vibration. Do not be concerned who hears you. They are also divinely connected. Be this vibration, not just for yourself, but for all beings on the planet. Profoundly inhale and express the vibration from within as you expand on the exhale. Keep going. Don't stop. Be with the sensation of the vibration expanding from inside of you and emitting outside into the entire external world. Keep going. Let the breath become more and more profound. Know that it isn't you, the small you know yourself as, who you are breathing for. Breathe not for this small you, but for the divine that exists in each of us. Move from the beat of your heart to the expansion and contraction of your lungs, to the churning of your internal organs, to the electrical impulse up and down your spine, to the humming sound of the vibration with each exhale as you express your divine connection into the world. Keep breathing in this way, just a few more rounds. When the sound ceases to exist on your next exhale, let go of this breath and experience what it's like in silence to be vibration. Contract your attention. Be bodiless as you experience the electrical current moving up and down your spine. Layer on top of this experience the churning of the fluid inside of your internal organs. And now invite in the movement of your breath. Come all the way back to the beat of your heart. Let go of everything else. Do not experience the beat of your heart. Do not watch yourself experience the beat of the heart. Be the beat of your heart. This is where it all begins. and where it all ends. The universe without is the same as within. You are vibration. Let go. Let go of any effort to be anything more than you are, and relax here. Take as much time as you need here. And when you're finished with your own practice, let go of the experience and let the work happen naturally inside of your system, so that one day you don't have to return here because you recognize that you always already are here. Thank you so much for joining me today. As with all spiritual practices, they're just meant as tastes of the divine eternal that lives inside of each of us and permeates the whole world. If you'd like to join me again, the 28th of February, I'm hosting another event called Transform Suffering. This will be a longer talk and a practice about the two types of suffering in the world, and I would love to see you there. There's still about a minute left if anybody has any questions or anything that you'd like to say, but otherwise, I really appreciate your presence and your attention to your own expansion, because it's what the world needs more than anything else on the planet, more than stuff for sure. Thank you so much, Pauline. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, Angie, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who came and shared this space with me. Thank you, Rosanna. Really appreciate it. And just amazing, right? Because we're all over the world. Yeah, thank you, Addie. It's a global universe, inside and out. Yeah, Lita, thank you so much. Lita, beautiful. Nice to see you. Not really see you, but Debbie, yeah, thank you. Beautiful. I'm going to sign off now. If you want to find me, I exist on the internets. So Sarasati, may peace be with you and all beings on the planet. Namaste.